All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am working on, this is a Plumb hatchet. I do believe this one has some age. And if you look at the handle, hopefully you see it, it's got a bend to it. It bend is backwards though. But the handle is notched. It's almost like it's in the wrong direction. It's almost like this head needs to be turned around the opposite way, but that's not how it looks like it's designed. Anyways, I'll get more into that later, but for right now, I want to take this thing apart, and I want to sit it. I didn't think I'd break down and do it. I spent too much money. I bought some Evaporust, and I kicked myself for buying it. I should have just went ahead and bought vinegar, but I want to show you guys different things. And I like the Rust-Oleum rust remover. It works faster. Now, I was for a long time using vinegar, and I do like vinegar. The problem is vinegar takes more hours, takes longer time, and I only have one day off. And I want to try to do this. I'm doing this the night after I got off work, and then I'm going to set it overnight and then work on it tomorrow on my day off. It's just that I'm running out of time. So I bought the Evaporust, and I want to let it sit overnight. I don't want to set this overnight in vinegar, because vinegar, if you leave it too long in vinegar, it attacks its acid, and it'll etch the metal. And I don't want to etch the metal. And the Rust-Oleum product works quickly. It's, 30 minutes, you're supposed to pull it out and rinse it, but mine's getting weak, so I leave it in there hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and then take it out and rinse it. It still etches a little bit, so I'm gonna try the the Evaporust. I wanna try that overnight and take this out in the morning and work on it then. I hope you guys understand, my time is very limited. Some of you guys get 2 days off a week, or some of you work 4 days a week. I don't get that luxury. I work, and to make these videos, it consumes some of my time. So I'm trying to combine it. Plus, I need to make a video tomorrow on a pair of pliers. There's a viewer who wanted the information on the heat shrink tubing. Well, I found some locally, and I want to show and I think it's the same company from what I had before in a previous video. So I want to show where I got it, the brand, the type it is, and that way he can figure out what he wants to do. Like I said, I'm going to make that video for him. The rest of you guys, I'm sure, will watch it, but I'm going to specifically target this one individual so he'll know what I'm doing, how I did it, and maybe he can buy the same material. Anyways, let's take this thing apart and see if I can get it apart. Man, look at all the nails in it. Screws, excuse me, and nails. I'll be right back. I gotta hurry up and do this because I gotta put some pork chops on the grill. My wife is getting hungry. Man, wonder if I can tap this. Let's see here. Oh, I want to save this handle if I can. Oh, come on. I missed one. Well, it sucks. Well, let me put this in the vise and see what I can do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I had to break the big guns out. I got all the screws and nails out. Now I'm going to use a multi-tool try to cut some of the wood shim and make some more room. Well, it fell out of the box. Ah, what can I say? Sometimes you just screw up. I'll leave that in the video. I think it's moving. Yeah. See if you guys can see what I'm doing here. I want to save the handle. Doing all this trouble. No, I thought it was on wrong. It's not. I can save this handle. I can save this handle. I can reuse it. Dig the rest of that shim out of there. It's a Plumb. Look at that. Now I'm going to set it in that Evaporust. Oh, look at the damage on the edges. I'll just round the edges off when I go to clean it. Man. All right. Let's see where this goes. All right, guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a razor blade and clean this handle, all the trash and varnish off of it. Lightly sand it with 220, and then I'm going to linseed oil it. But that's what I'm going to do. I got the head sitting in Evaporust, and then tomorrow morning, hopefully, it works. We'll see. All right, guys. Took it out of the Evaporust, and that doesn't look bad. It is a Plumb USA. Now you can see the nicks and dents in it. Yeah, just the edges there. They were squared off, looked like from the factory, and someone, when they were using it as a hammer, they got crazy with it. So I'm probably just going to round the edge off a little bit. And I'll put it on the wire wheel, and I scraped the handle down real good. It's got a nick there, and really handle-wise, it's in good shape. I am going to take it now, and if I got some, I think I still do. It's 220, yeah. I'm gonna take some 220 and just sand it down real good. Well, I'm just gonna lightly sand it. And I'll come back and linseed oil. That handle's gonna turn out nice. It's just, it's weird. I don't know if it was designed that way, but it's got a weird bow to it. It's gotta be, because I can't see this wood. You know, this is not like treated lumber. You leave it in the sun, it'll twist and turn on you. This thing's definitely got a turn to it. It's weird how that is. Yeah, let me sand this down, and then we'll come back to the wire wheel. We'll get after it. Okay, I got it sanded, hand sanded. It looks really nice, actually. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the belt sander to shape the edge here just a little bit. I want it recessed more on that. And I'm not as good as Big Life and some of those other guys that can whittle One, I don't have the tools, and two, I'm not good at it. But I can shape with the belt sander. I'm comfortable doing that. So that's what I'm going to try to do, is shape it just a little bit, and then I'm going to clean the bottom of it up down here with the belt sander. I shaped the shoulder. I'll call it shoulder. I don't know what to call it. But I want to be able to set the head down further because it was sitting right on the edge there. And I want it to come down a little further. I may need to sand a little bit more, but I'm going to dry fit it a few times before I do that. And also, I'm trying to save the hatchet, you know, parts of the hatchet. There's a wood shim, piece of a wood shim still in there I've got to get out. Yep, that's what that is, piece of the wood shim. There we go. Anyways, I should be able to save this handle. I said I only got maybe $4 in this thing, really, if you figure that, so it's worth to try to save it. Now, linseed oil it. All right, that's the wire wheel. There's a name or something, AI Kentucky? It's been scratched. Looks like someone tried to scratch it off. AI and something Kentucky. Must have been a store that sold this. Anyways, what I'm going to do, across the top here, you can see the dents and dings, and across here, I hope that shows up in video. I can't see, maybe I'm too close. Anyways, it's damaged where someone kind of abused it. And then right in here where it goes in on the handle, it's, I don't know, from the factory, I guess it's curled in. I can feel an edge right there, so I'm gonna clean that up. Let's put it in the put it in the vise, and I'll take a couple files, and then I'll take care of that, some of the little stuff. And then we'll put it on the belt sander. All right, let me set this, let me get better. I'm in a hurry. I knew I should have just Do it right the first time, quit goofing off. It's not going to sit real square. Let's try that. Let's try this is a Nicholson. It's a flat bastard. I'm gonna have to find me a better way of holding this thing. Yeah, my glasses are bothering me. See if that might work better. Well, I'm having difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Today is not one of my finest days. Man, they boogered that up. You know what? That's bent on the bottom down there. I don't want to put it on the belt sander though, because the belt sander you get too aggressive. You take too much off too quick, and then you regret it. It's just you definitely tell where it's hardened. There's a ridge. So what I'm doing is using this little Dremel with this little wheel on it, clean that ridge up. All right, that's a lot better. It was curled in underneath, and it was just a, well, there's a piece of metal. Like I said, that's let's stop there. Shoot. guys. I'm to a point now where I have to round it off. I'm not going to take all those nicks out. I don't like it. It's too much metal to take off. I'm going to leave it. It's an old tool. It's what's to be used. This is not going to be an art piece. Who knows? I may use this once in a while. I think I might give this away though. I don't know. I don't have one of these, but I know somebody's looking for something similar to this, so I think this might work for them. I think I'm going to paint this a hammered black. I'll polish this. Let's put it on a belt sander. And fiber. Get the belt, got warm, fire belt, and I just touch it up on the fire wheel, which fire wheel, it's all the same, so it's just a fire zone. Now we'll set. Couple things I wanted to show you. You know, I was talking about that metal folded over. There's a tiny piece right there where the edge was rolled off. And also, this is what I was talking about, making it fit more on the shoulder here. I was going further down. You can see I need to right here, I want it to sit down just a little further. So I need to sand off just a little bit more. I want that to sit in there a little bit more further down on top of this, because I got enough here I can work with. I know I do. It's getting there. All right, be right back. I'm gonna take this off and then sand this a little bit right here. I'm just gonna show you. You can see where its shoulder sits right there. You can see it on this side. So I want to sand that just a little more thinner right through there on both sides. It's set good. I was comfortable to where it was, but I want better. If you can get it better, that's what I want. I want it better. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What I've done is I just taped the top where I polished it. That's all I'm going to do on that. And the rest of it, I'm going to spray it with this Rust-Oleum hammered paint. I like this stuff. Then after that, I'll come back and just take a file and touch up. And I don't know, that's a factory. Okay. What I don't understand is there's like a little bevel here. Let's see if I can get I hope you guys can see this, because maybe one of you guys can tell me, because I don't know. But there's a bevel here, and then there's another bevel here. It's like, and it's that way, but it's not, I guess at factory it's not perfect, but I can definitely see like a bevel, and then I can see another bevel here. It's like two-step, which is weird. I looked at it real close, even put it under the microscope, the magnifying glass, the big glass I got, And you can definitely see like a 2-step bevel, which I don't know a lot about hatches or axes. But I'm going to just touch this part of it first, and this part of it when I go to sharpen it, and then I may, I don't know, hit this part of it. But I'm not gonna, this thing is hard. They did a great job on hardening it. Also, if you look, you can see it looks like damage in the metal, and like right here, like it's pitted. That's not pitted, that is in the casting. If you look real close at the metal, right here, and through here, there was a lot of imperfections. I mean a lot, like this little that you see right here, it was all the way through there. But that was from factory casting, and then I cleaned it up with the file. But, I don't know, it looks nice. Looks good. And you can see these little ridges is from the original manufacturing, and you can see where there's lines in there. This is not me. This is the original casting marks, or I guess when it comes out of cast, they probably run it quickly through a grinder, or someone on an assembly line, the way they cast it, and then they go back over with a grinder wheel real quick before it goes on further. But I just thought that was interesting. Anyways, let me go shoot this. I'm gonna put 2 coats of paint on this, and then I'm not gonna oil the handle until I get it seated. Then I'm just gonna pour oil, linseed oil on the head, on the top, and then soak the handle real good. And I'll probably do that for a couple of weeks because this handle is dry. And it's the way I do it, it turns out pretty good. And I'll explain and show that more when I'm done, when I get there. All right, be right back. All right, I'm gonna set this handle. I gotta work tomorrow, so I gotta finish this today. I'm just gonna hit it. Oh yeah, it's going on there good. Oh yeah, it's seated on there really good. Went further down. So now, wood shim. It's got a pretty good spread. And then after I trim it off, I'm gonna trim it off on the bandsaw, and then I'll put a metal wedge in there. It still looks, I don't know. It doesn't, all right. I don't know how to show you, but the handle, it doesn't look right. It looks like it's pointed up. It is because the handle bends like this. You guys see that? That is weird. I don't know if that handle was made like that or if it just over time, I don't know. I don't care. It's still usable. It'd still be usable. I'll probably never use it. I might give, like I said, I think I might give this away. Anyways, let me finish this and then I'll put the metal shim in it. All right, for those of you, there's a metal wedge. Stick it right about there. I'm just gonna lightly tap, get it started. Nope. Let me go to the anvil and I'll be right back. All right, putting on my little anvil here. I actually need another hand to hold this. Can't get my hands right. Maybe I can get it started there. Well, that stinks. For the life of me, I don't know if I can get this done without an extra hand here. Well, this sucks, ladies and gentlemen. I may have to set this down on the floor or something, but I can't do it on camera. Shoot, let me see how I can get this to set. Find a spot somewhere. And I'm boogering up the bottom here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got it in there, but it twisted. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna get two smaller ones. They sell some small ones at the hardware store that I can get. I'm gonna set one across this way. But anyways, it's on there. See what I can do about the file. Let me get this into, that's gonna work. I like that. Let me get this into the vise. I should have done that first. I'm right-handed, it's hard. Well, that's sharp. Let me take a fine file. Well, this might not be the best looking hatchet, but it was $4. Let me get to the table. All right, ladies and gentlemen, linseed oil time. I don't like the way this is done, but for now, this is the way I'm doing it. Should get this in camera, sorry. I'll put this linseed oil on once a day for the rest of the week, and I'll do it in the evening after I come home from work. It should take just fine. Hey, that thing's soaked. I'll let this sit, and then we'll go from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been sitting for a couple days. Show you what I've done. All I'm going to do is put a little wax on the end of this. I thought I was going to give this, I think I'm going to keep this. I may come back and paint or wax the paint after it sits for a few weeks. You really need to let spray paint set 45 days or so before you, but here, let's see if this is out. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good edge on it. It really wasn't used on the blade side. They used it more as a hammer. You can see the nicks I left just because I didn't want to take any more metal off. That was just, I was taking a lot of metal. I don't understand why it has a bow right here. I thought the handle was on back, or the head was on backwards, but the top of it's shaped like this, and then it's angled down here. So anyways, I like it. It's a Plumb USA. It's in good shape. I took care of most of the dings and dents out of it. I did screw up. I'll show you this. I didn't even have any more hardwood, so I used a pine shim, and then my steel shim didn't go the way I screwed this part of it up. I'll just, if I use it, if it comes loose, I'll take it off and reset it. Right now, it's holding very well. It's on there pretty tight, or pretty tight. It's on there tight. I'm comfortable with it. This was sold by a manufacturer. I believe Plumb made this. There's a name, some of it's scratched off. It's something and Sons, I think. There's Plumb manufactured a lot for different companies back in the day. A lot of your hardware stores and stuff sold their own products. So this was probably for one of them. This thing is cool though. I like it just because it looks mean. It does. I like the shape. I don't own one of these, so I do now. The handle actually, if you run across any old wooden handles, I recommend picking them up. I don't care how dry they are or you think they're not usable. Scrape them down with a razor blade, sand them off with some 220, and then linseed oil them. Even if you're not going to use them right away, go ahead and soak them with some linseed oil. And what I do is once a day for a week, once a month for a couple months, and then then every year on my birthday, I go around and I give all my handles a coat of linseed oil. And it sounds like it's a lot of work, but it really doesn't take. About 40 minutes or so is what it took me last time. And I've got 20 axes and hatchets and about 10 hammers. And I just give them a good coat of linseed oil every year. Just because they'll last longer, the oil, and I don't leave these sitting in the sun. I do recommend everybody that drives a vehicle should have a hatchet or an axe in their car. I have rescued somebody with one before. I don't know if they lived through it or not, but I do know that this is more, it's a tool, but it's also a safety tool. It's something you use to break glass. It's something to use. You can cut yourself out of things with this. I've actually seen a fireman while I was on a site actually cut through a roof with a hatchet. So it can be done. Anyways, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you like what you see. I hope you like what I did. I just painted it, polished the end. I didn't do the best job. You can see there's still a little bit of scratches on I didn't take them all out. I probably should have done better. I look back at it now and I could have had time. But blade's good. This is a good usable tool. There's, if you need it for a demolition tool, it'd be great. If you need it just to split kindling, some of you guys that live up north, I don't, the only reason I cut up kindling and wood is for my pit, for cooking. But I know you guys up north do a lot of burning, do a lot of heating with it, and stuff like this is handy. If you can come across something like this for $4 or $5, even if you don't want to restore it, just throw it in the trunk of your car. Yeah, it's something like this is not real high value. I know SOG and some of your other companies now sell these $20 and $30 safety axes and stuff like that. You can buy this for $4 or $5. I think I paid $4. That's what I got invested in this. And it's just nice to have. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough of my blabbing. I hope you like what you see. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you would. I try to publish 3 videos a week. Usually I try to do them all in one day if I can, because I work so much. And try to show you, used tools. That's all I really go after is used tools. I just like to let you guys know that there's tools out there that you can pick up that are valuable. What someone else thinks is junk, if you have the right mindset, you can find a good used tool, quality tool for good money. And I'd rather you spend your money on food, and if you need tools, just find them. Just look for them. Pawn shops, estate sales, thrift stores. Make friends with these guys. You'll be surprised what they'll do for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good day.